Hey guys, Mike from Gettin, Greasy Garage. Just looking through some Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp and these kind of ads and stuff, Craigslist, and seeing a lot of project cars out there that are for sale. And unfortunately, a lot of them I think are half done or people got them torn apart, got overwhelmed, got halfway through building them, got overwhelmed, various reasons. You know, Not everybody has all the skills needed to build a car from the ground up. It's taken me a lifetime and 30 years professionally to get to where I have all the skills necessary to weld everything, machine, fabricate, do all the electrical, the plumbing, everything that it entails on a car. I didn't go to school and learn anything. I learned on the job, the old school way, uh, hands on. And, you know, let's use this 59 project for a prime example. Uh, and compare it to, say, 69 Mustang or 69 Camaro or even a 69 Charger. I'm not much of a Mopar guy, so work with me on that one. Um, but the fact being is that you can call up a manufacturer, several of them out there, and order a four-link kit for a Camaro, a 69 Camaro, Mustang, or Charger that will bolt right in. You don't have to do any fabrication. You don't have to be your own engineer. None of that. Same with the airbag, the air ride system on this car. You can call up Air Slam and say, I've got a 69 Camaro. I want to airbag it. And they'll go, oh, okay, here's what you need for that. And send it to you. And you simply bolt everything in, hook up some wires, and your air ride's done. Well, this 59 Ford Fairlane is not one of those cars. They don't make anything custom for it that I'm aware of. Now, I've looked around. I will take that back, however. I will rephrase that for one item. The engine and transmission mount kit from Crates Engineering. Uh, they also specialize in your Ford Thunderbolt replica stuff. Um, they make a engine mount and transmission crossmember kit for these these Fairlanes to put 429 460s in it. So that's the only thing that I've run across. Uh, the Borges and steering box. Well, they say they guarantee it'll fit up to a 58, and after a lot of research, I figured out that it will work just fine in a 59. There's another one. The four link kit. Nobody makes a four link kit for this car. Nobody makes a pre-packaged air ride kit. Uh, Aftermarket power window kits are universal. What I'm getting at is virtually everything that I've done to this car, every part that I put on or you know, uh, modify, I have to modify to use on this car in one way or another. Whether it's cutting a little bit off, welding another bracket to, drilling some holes. It requires a little bit of engineering, a little bit of fabrication skill. Definitely requires welding skills, and a lot of tools that a guy in his little two-car garage at home doesn't necessarily have. I'm seeing this in some of the projects that are for sale. I got over his head, whether it's tools or skills, and I think that everybody wants to build a cool custom car. Everybody's dream to be Ed Big Daddy Roth or Chip Foose or Boyd Connington, another name, Gene Winfield. And I go on for days, with names of custom car builders. But not everybody has the skill set or the tools or the time. I know that when I initially took on this fair lane, I take it for granted that I have the skills and the experience to do this stuff, and even the tools. Now, during the time this has been going on, I have upgraded some tools, added some new things to the shop, but nonetheless, uh, I was able to do it. When I took on the project, I was able to do it. Now, where I didn't consider, and I don't think anybody really can, is the fact that every part had to be modified in some way in order to work on this car. The wiring harness kit is a universal wiring harness kit. The air ride, all the suspension modifications that are done, four link in the rear, that required a lot of engineering and a lot of trial and error and mock up and tear apart, mock up and tear apart. I probably welded those four links on probably 50 times each just to get all the angles right and the mathematics right, maintain pinion angle so that it would move in its area of movement properly. Um, for a lot of people to put something tear something apart, put it back together that many times, it's frustrating. It really is. To me, it's just part of the world I live in, part of what I do. I mock this stuff up until everything's right. Hence, tonight, tearing apart the front end, all the mock-ups done on it, all my operational tests are complete, everything's going to work, it's going to last, it's going to hold up. So, get that torn apart. But I think if you have a good, reasonable skill set and you want to fix up an older car, I recommend sticking with a more popular car, truck, something not as obscure. Don't you want to build a Chevy pickup? Build a square body versus building, say, like a '59 Chevy pickup. You're going to find a lot more parts and kits available for the square body than you will the '59. A lot less custom work. Um, Not to say take the easy route, but if you are willing to do the research and learn as you go, then build something obscure. But if you're just looking for the hobbyist level, build a cool hot rod. Really do the research and see what's available for the car that you're going to build before you buy that and before you start. The easy part is tearing the stuff apart. The hard part is putting it back together. To do it restoration level, well, that's kind of its own realm because if you took a part off, you can put the same part back on. Now, whether you can get parts for replacement or rebuild parts, steering boxes, brakes, and umpteen other pieces yourself, that's only you know that. But I guess I'm just kind of thinking about this and seeing, how many of these people that started these projects with big hopes and big dreams, and know, in the end, they had to walk away from a cool car project that they'll never finish, and that's not healthy for a person either. And for those that can't, I can. So guys out there like me that love to do this stuff, and we do it for hire. If you don't have the capability, the tools, the time, find a guy like me. This is what I enjoy doing, and we can make it happen. Nothing's free in this world. And I don't care if this is a '59 Fairlane or a '69 Camaro. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. When I went into this, of course, I'll say that with the caveat that the plan going into this car, I figured 3 to 4 months, maybe up to six. And then as we went along, a lot of changes were made to the plans. Things were added to the car, uh, which is fine by me. It just adds time. Like adding the four link. I got asked, hey, can you put a four link in? Yeah, sure. Unbeknownst to me, that I I would spend so much time getting all the geometry right. There's only a couple of books on this stuff out there that shows you the basics. And the rest of it is get under there with the tape measure and a welder, start gluing parts together and making it work. And that's what I did with this. Even the brake master cylinder I got from this had to make linkage for it. So there's time there. The front suspension because the airbags had to relocate the shocks. Well, where to put them? It's a rear steer car. You can't put them behind the wheel, so they had to be moved in front of the wheel. And I had to do all the geometry to make sure that they would work properly where I mounted them. And then make sure that they didn't interfere with the fenders, with the tires when the wheels get turned lock to lock. Um, I guess if you don't have, you know, going in that you don't have the full skill set, pick one of these easier cars to build, or quite honestly, look at some of the collector car auctions. Find yourself something there that maybe isn't $100,000, but cheaper. Most of the hard stuff's done, but there's still some meat on the bone for a guy to fix a car up like he wants. To make, and everybody wants, you want to make these your own, but you have the image you have in your own head of what the car should look like. There's a lot of three-quarters done cars out there that that can be done with. And if you're dead set on having something, I would say, unique, different, totally custom, and you have the skills, time, and a place to do it, and all the tools, or a means to get all of that, great. Proceed. And ask questions of other people that do this stuff. That's what's great about YouTube, great about this online access stuff to people. Uh, if you don't have any of that, it's like the guy that owns this car. He's not a mechanic, but he knows one. So I'm taking care of it. I'm building the car. Because when he pulls into that parking lot to get dinner on a Friday afternoon, he wants to pull in something different and unique. And this definitely will be that. So, I'm not trying to dissuade anybody from their dreams. Take the time to think about what you're going to do, what the end result is that you want, your skill set. If you don't know if you have the skills or not, probably don't. Or talk to somebody that does have the skills and ask them if you do. If you have the skills. Tell them what you know. They'll tell you, don't do that, or proceed. And then, if you don't have the skill set, stuff isn't cheap, it isn't free. It's done by the hour. It takes me 25 hours to design a suspension that'll work. That's what it takes. Uh, Not that that's what it took, but just the metal work as far as rust in this car. I've still got floor pans to do yet, and that is time that it takes to do what it takes. So anyway, hope maybe something I said here will help somebody. If not, just uh, watch 30 seconds and click on by. For the rest of you, thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Do my best to answer them. And see you next